guys, it's the girl with wings here today and welcome to another video. So, I'm sorry for not posting last week. I started school recently and it's a little bit busier than I thought it would be. So I thought this week I would do something called the book tag. I don't know who originally created it. I forgot to look at that when I copied it down a long time ago. So I did not create it, just saying. I changed the last question, but I'll tell you which question it is. It has 20 questions, so let's get started. I have so many books down here. Alright, question 1. How many books are too many for a series? In my opinion, maybe 10. It depends on the book series. Some people can, or some authors, write a book to where they can go way more than 10 and just have a very interesting storyline still. But in my personal opinion, I think 10 or less is a good amount. It's just not overextending the story. Okay. Question 2. I'm gonna say number and question at the same time. Question 2. How do you feel about cliffhangers? I guess it doesn't really bother me that much because most of the series that I read, all the books are already out, so I don't have to wait for a cliffhanger. But if I had to wait, I would probably hate it, so I can't really talk too much about this one. Question 3. Hardcover or paperback? I like hardcover. I think it looks better. Paperback I think is a little bit easier to hold when reading, but personally I'm a hardcover kind of girl. Question 4. Favorite book? Alright, so for book series I have 2. It is Harry Potter. I just chose the Sorcerer's Stone to just show for it. And also the Gallagher Girls series is also the first book. I like them both a lot. Those are probably the favorite out of the book series that I read, which isn't that many, but they're still my favorite. Favorite book that isn't in a series, I'd probably say A Wrinkle in Time. I read it a long time ago, but I still like the book. Question 5. Least favorite book. I actually don't know the name of the book I disliked. It was about 2 dogs and a cat, and they were trying to find their way home. And I read it a long time ago, and I really didn't like reading when I was younger. And I just thought the story was so boring because they weren't talking. I was a lot younger, by the way. So I'm just gonna go with that one, because I still just remember that being the most boring and uninteresting book I've ever read in my life. Next question. My camera keeps shutting off, like, every question, so I have to, like, double check it every time I talk. Question 5. Least... Do I have to explain this? Oh, question 6. We're on question 6, right? Right? Okay, question 6. Love triangle, yes or no? No. I'm not a fan. I have no other reason behind this. I just don't like them. Don't hate me for that. Question 7. The most recent book you could not finish. It's kind of hard to think. Recently, like very recently, I finished all the books I've started. I'm proud of myself for that. So I really don't do that too much. But the only books that I can remember, like not very recently, I just said I haven't. Okay, the most recent books. These aren't super recent, but the most recent that I can remember would be Little House on the Prairie. I started it, I just didn't finish it. And also the first Percy Jackson book. Now, it's not that I disliked the books or I thought they were uninteresting or boring, I just did not finish them. I plan on starting, I know, at least Percy Jackson again one day, because I hear they're really good books. But I just, yeah. No hate to the books, it's just I did not finish them. 8. Book you are currently reading. I'm currently reading Silas Marner by George Eliot. They are having us read this for school. We are doing a book review on it. And I am on chapter 8. I have to read chapter 8 and I think chapter 9 tonight. It's okay. I mean, I don't know. Yes and no. That's all I can really say at this point. It's not my favorite. Maybe because there's just a lot of other books that I'd rather be reading than that. But, yeah. Yeah. Question 9. Last book you recommended to someone. I think it was the Gallagher Girls series. I recommended to one of my best friends, really recent. But other than that, I don't think I recommended any books. Well, I guess I told some of my best friends about a book I just finished, Precisely Terminated. But I don't think I recommended it. I just told them about it. My best friends and I talk about a lot of books a lot, so it works its way into conversations where we don't know what else to talk about. Question 10. Oldest book you've read by publication date. So, it's either Heidi or Silas Marner. Let's check. $19.59. It's definitely Silas Marner. Silas Marner was originally published in 1861. I did not realize it was that old. Question 11. Newest book you've read by publication date. I'm pretty sure it's Live by Sadie Robertson. It was published, I'm pretty sure it was published this year. Yes, published 2020, so this is the most recent book I've read. Or recently published book I've read. My camera just died, so we'll see how long this lasts. Question 12, favorite author. It would probably be either J.K. Rowling, who wrote the Harry Potter series, mostly just for the Harry Potter series, because I thought she wrote it really good. I like Allie Carter's books from the Gallagher Girls. She has a few other series I haven't read yet, but I plan on it because they sound very interesting. Or else Sadie Robertson with the, I don't want to say, lifestyle or Christian books. Alright guys, sorry about that. My camera died for the second time. I guess this isn't too bad. I thought the picture was going to be a lot worse. I was trying out a new camera tripod, and that's the only reason I use my camera. Usually I use my iPad for this sort of stuff. Alright. 13. Buying books or borrowing books? I'm going to say borrowing books. That way you don't have to buy every single book you read. Oh, this is so weird. The app I used just kind of changed all of a sudden. I never updated it. What happened? Okay, anyways. Question 14. A book you dislike that everyone seems to love. Okay, well I don't dislike this book. Prisoner of Azkaban. I just don't get it. I guess that was a really popular, like one of the best books in the Harry Potter series. In my opinion, it just wasn't. I thought like Goblet of Fire, even Chamber of Secrets, and definitely Deathly Hallows was better. But in my opinion, that I don't dislike the book, but it's just not as good as the other ones. Question 15. Bookmarks or dog ears? Bookmarks. I don't dog ear my books that I read. I only do that for school when I have to remember a certain page for homework. Question 16. A book you can always reread. Now, I haven't really actually reread any of the books so far, except Wrinkle in Time. I did read that twice, so I guess that one or any of my favorite books. Can you read while listening to music? No, I cannot. I'm one of those people where I need pretty much silence, or I just need it to be quiet. I cannot listen to music and read. Classical music, depends on how into the book I can get fast, but I cannot do reading with listening to music or TV or a lot of other distracting noises. It just doesn't work for me. One point of view or multiple? I guess guess one point of view. That way you can go more in depth in the story. Multiple point of view can be very interesting though. It depends on who's writing it and the storyline. Like the Kingdom Keepers books. They were multiple point of view and it wasn't bad, but I think one point of view works best for a lot of books. Question 19. Do you read a book in one sitting or over multiple days? Multiple days. I can't understand how people can read like a thick book in one day. I mean, even if you're really, really into the book, I can sometimes understand how you could breeze through a lot of chapters. I've done that before, but I don't know how you finish a whole book in a day. I should say a long book in a day. If it's short, then forget everything I just said. But for the most of the books that I read, it's multiple days. Question 20 is originally who do I tag, or who do you tag? But I'm not tagging anybody, so I changed the question to what is the next book you're planning on reading? It depends on if I have a book review for school. Actually, I didn't think about that. If I have a book review for school, then I have to choose from a topic that they have. Figure something out then. But otherwise, I'm planning on reading the Heist series by Ally Carter. Side note, I feel like most of this video was just like promoting books or authors now I think about it. Most of the questions. I mean, you're talking about the books you've read, but still, that's how it kind of feels, is like this is a free promotion. And that is it for the book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had some fun making it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you again next week. Bye!